Are you feeling a little down this week, not yourself, a little slow in your step? You're not alone, but I think I have the cure. You see, the problem, as usual, is the federal government and a little something called daylight saving time that forces you to run through your house twice a year to set the clock back and then forward again and back in an endless time cycle. And you want to know why? You want to know the reason why? There is no good reason. This is an antiquated, unnecessary, inconvenient, possibly dangerous idea that never should have been implemented in the first place. And do you know who came up with the idea first for daylight saving time? Founding Father Ben Franklin in 1784. And do you know why? Because he said he wanted to save on candle wax. Well, the great candle wax shortage has been averted, thank God. Can we now return to our normal sleep patterns? By the way, Ben Franklin would later say that was just a joke. Thanks, Ben. I know a lot of you think that daylight saving time was put in place for the farmers who need sunlight to work, but ask any farmer, that is absolute bull manure.
I know really no farmer that I'm aware of that benefits from actually farm activities having daylight savings time.
Okay, but even if it's not for the farmers, the time is shifted back and forth to give us more sunlight in the day.
Except today, no one is saying the sun is about to set. We have to get indoors. This is not Walking Dead, okay? This is
no games are called on account of darkness anymore.
Correct.
You see, even noted TV scientist Neil deGrasse Tyson says we don't need daylight saving time anymore. And his scientific reasoning is that there aren't any zombies. Just more proof that there is simply no good reason to have a federal law requiring daylight saving time. So how did it happen? Well, you can thank this guy. Woodrow Wilson made daylight saving time a federal law in 1918 in support of the war effort. How that made sense, nobody knows. You know why I think he did it? Because presidents like to think of themselves as all-powerful. I can control time. Several presidents have played with daylight saving time since then. FDR, Jimmy Carter, George W. Bush all extended the time between spring forward and fall back by days, even months, allegedly to save energy. But there have been several studies that any money saved by a decrease in lighting costs are eaten up by an increase in heating or air conditioning costs. Overall energy costs go up by 1%. Not a lot, but not a savings. We need a powerful movement to change this, and it's got to be something better than I can't figure out how to change the clock in my car. How about this? We need a movement to help people with seasonal affective disorder. No, I didn't just make that up. It's a real thing. It's people that suffer because they don't have enough sunlight in the morning. It affects millions of people, or maybe hundreds, I don't know, but whatever, we need to help them. And then there's this. The spring forward, when we lose an hour of sleep, is estimated to cost the country $484 million in lost productivity. So it's hurting the economy. Most of the rest of the world does not have daylight saving time. Countries in Europe, Asia, Africa, South America all get along fine without it. Russia had riots to do away with daylight saving time and go back to standard time. Arizona, Hawaii, Puerto Rico don't have daylight saving time. No complaints. Look, I understand there's more pressing problems in the world than the fact that I'm either very early or very late for church twice a year, and half the year the clock in my car is wrong. But aside from that, there is overwhelming evidence that we should get rid of daylight saving time, but we won't. Why? Because we're used to it. Or, as the great Mark Twain once said, often the less there is to justify a tradition, the harder it is to get rid of it. I'm Larry Mendte. Talk again soon.